So what does it really mean to be the architect of an unscripted life? Today, we're going to dig into that very idea, the choice to actually build your own path instead of just, following the one that's laid out for you.
I mean, it's a powerful feeling, right? That sense that you're just kind of making it up as you go along while everyone else seems to be following a clear, pre-written plan. If that question hits a little close to home, then you're going to want to stick around for this. All right, so let's talk about that script. What is it, really? Well, society has this way of laying out a very specific, very clear path for us. It's almost like the default setting for what a successful life is supposed to look like.
Oh, you know the one I'm talking about. It's like a giant societal checklist you're supposed to tick off as you go. This is the conventional life script. It's a series of milestones that are so common they can start to feel like requirements. But what happens when that path just doesn't feel like your own? What then? Well, that feeling of being disconnected, of being kind of out of step with everybody else, it's not just some random thing. It actually has a name, and understanding it is the first real step. It's what's known as a quiet identity conflict. And the key word here is internal. This whole thing is happening inside of you. It's this constant tug of war between your deep desire to be authentic, to be your real self, and the world's expectation for you to just fit neatly into a box. It's that friction between who you are and who you feel you're supposed to be. And this, right here, this is the core battleground. On one side, you've got this powerful personal drive for freedom and for a life that feels genuinely meaningful to you. And on the other side, you've got the system demanding structure, demanding conformity, demanding you hit those conventional milestones. This is exactly where that quiet conflict lives and breathes.
Okay, so how do you know if you're actually living off script? It isn't always some big, dramatic declaration. A lot of the time, it's a series of smaller patterns. Let's run through a few and just see if any of these sound familiar.
First up, you tend to question what success even means. The big house, the fancy title, it just doesn't motivate you. For you, a truly rich life is measured in experiences and memories, not in the stuff you own.
How about this one? Have people ever called you an old soul? Maybe you feel like you just have a different, maybe deeper perspective on things than your peers. This really shows up in your career, which you don't see as a straight ladder to the top. Nope. For you, it's more like a jungle gym, a path of exploration, pivots, and just following your curiosity.
You find small talk absolutely draining, don't you? It's because you're constantly searching for those genuine, soul-level connections. And because of that, it can sometimes leave you feeling a little isolated or just out of sync in conversations that don't go deep. You're also probably a perpetual student of life, always looking for ways to grow and learn. And when the old hand-me-down traditions don't fit, you just create your own. You forge new rituals that have a deep, personal meaning for you. So, if you were nodding along to any of that, the next logical question is why? Why do some of us operate this way? The answer, it turns out, lies in the very foundation of how we see the world. Now, this is really fascinating. Some thinking on this suggests there's a link between high intelligence and this tendency to live off script. And let's be super clear, this isn't about being smarter than anyone else. Not at all. It's about a natural inclination to deeply analyze and question the world around you. And when you do that, you almost can't help but build your own value system from the ground up, rather than just accepting the one you were handed.
And if you take one thing away today, please let it be this. Feeling different is not a sign that you're broken. It is not a flaw. In fact, it's the opposite. It's evidence that you are an active participant in your own life. You're thinking critically, you're questioning things, and you're refusing to just live on autopilot.
And all of this brings us to a really powerful way to reframe this entire experience. Instead of seeing yourself as someone who just doesn't fit in, it's time to start seeing yourself as a creator, as a builder. Let that one sink in for a second. All that questioning, all that exploring, all those non-linear steps, that's not you being lost. That is you deliberately, brick by brick, building a life that is authentic to you. And that's the whole ballgame. You hold the blueprint. You're not just some character reading lines from a pre-written play. No way. You are the writer, the director, and the lead actor. You are the architect. And that, of course, is the ultimate question. If you're not following a script, it means you have a blank page. And look, that freedom can feel a little daunting, I get it, but it is also the greatest gift you could ask for. You get to decide what your masterpiece looks like. So the only question left is, What will you build?